Hi, I am your host, Makita Moore. You are tuned into the Art of Transparency Talk Show. Hey guys! Oh my goodness. Let me tell y'all, this StreamYard and all of these little technical stuff, I am not okay. I am not ready. Um, Share this out for me. Share this out. Share. Share this out for me. Again, you are tuned into the Art of Transparency Talk Show. And I am your host, Makita. I am about to bring my co-host on now. I just wanted to make sure you guys can see me. Because we've had some technical stuff going on. I don't know what is happening. But we're here. Hey guys. Hey. Hey, co-host girl, what's up? This is my co-host, y'all. This is Keisha. Come on, yes, honey.
Let me know if y'all can hear me, because
I can hear you, but girl, this whole it is it. So, y'all, usually we are in house in studio, but tonight we try something different. We tried something different. And we need to know, are you there? Do you hear us? Like, okay. But we here. We are here. We are here. So tonight we have a special guest. He has been our moderator. So you guys gotta forgive the congestion. I'm a little congested. But we have a moderator tonight. We have me and Keisha. So listen. If you can hear us, great. If you cannot, please put in the comments that you cannot hear us. Because again, we're usually in studio, but tonight we're going to try something different. So, Keisha, tell them who you are, just real quick. So baby, because this whole computer stuff is crazy.
My name is Keisha Hurd. I am a 2023 Art of Transparency Tour speaker. I am also a author, well, a two-time author now. Um, First book was the Victorious Widows Anthology that I co-authored with seven other women that also lost spouses. I am currently in the works of being one of the co-authors of A Mother's Love. I am also one of the brand ambassadors of Real Girls Wine, and one of the models of the Black Exchange. So that
Yeah.
is pretty much me in a gym. Busy.
Because that's who I am. Guys, we're going to get right into it because we don't want to hold you guys long. Because we understand that this is a Thursday night because my days are kind of getting together, right? This is a Thursday night. We don't want to hold you guys long. So I am going to introduce to you guys my moderator, also our male co-host tonight, which is we call him Will. His name is Willard Jackson Jr., but we call him Will. So guys, I want you to get ready to see. There he is. We have Will on the line as
Hello,
well.
everyone. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? Well,
Hey.
it's a pleasure to be here to add a male perspective,
Don't do that.
a common sense male perspective
Don't
to
do that.
this debate.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Guys, let me tell y'all, share this out for me. Do me a favor, take a 2-second pause and just share this out for me. So tonight we're gonna talk about I think what I think is a very important subject, right? Because I'm into the whole uh what do you call it? Dang, it's leaving me. What do you call it? What do you call it? Y'all not gonna help me?
Describe it.
Right. You got to give us a prompt or something.
Submission. That's what I'm trying
Oh,
to say.
Okay.
Listen, that whole word left my whole vocabulary.
so do you mean
I'm
I
into
submit? Is
submission.
that what you're saying? I submit?
I do.
Okay.
I do. And I do.
We'll hear more about it.
Listen. I am all into the submission thing. So we have this clip that we're going to play real quick, and then we're going to get into it. But I promise y'all, I think we got 3 different aspects of this, and I want to say that I'm going to love that we do have 3 aspects. But again, you're tuned into the Art of Transparency Talk Show. I am your host, Makita. I've got my co-host Keisha, and I've got the moderator tonight, y'all. Will. We are about to see this really quick. Y'all know I don't know how to do this, but we're gonna see it. Real quick, we are going to go into this clip really quickly. Let me play this clip. Hold on, y'all.
Oh.
So we're gonna play this clip real quick, and then we're gonna go right into the discussion. Here we go. Y'all know I won't be knowing what to do. Slides? No, share your screen. Y'all. I be sharing my screen, don't even know what's going on.
We got a comment. Monia said, hey. So
Hey guys. Hey. Here we go.
Hello, Bonia.
Y'all play too much. I don't even know where it's at now. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Listen to this clip really quickly, and then we're going to get into the discussion. It's 1.5 minutes, y'all. Here we go. In the first 30 seconds, I didn't know what I was doing there either. Oh, I got it. Wait. I'm going to go back because I had it on mute. I'm sorry, guys. Here we go. Stop sharing, right?
So I definitely could not hear that. So
you couldn't? OMG.
Everybody.
Hold on.
I'm like, I didn't want to interrupt to see if everybody else could hear it.
Yeah, I didn't know if some others could hear it as well.
OMG. I hope they heard it. Okay. So we're going to pray that they heard it.
Yeah. Put in the comments to see. It won't let me do a comment, so I wanted to. Oh wait,
okay.
Does it?
Did Marnie Book? What's her name? Miss Booker. Did she hear it?
Yeah. Let me ask Miana because she.
I just posted the comment. Did you hear it? Because if not, we're gonna have to play it again. So, right. So you guys saw it though, right?
Yeah. No.
No. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back. It's only a minute, y'all. So give me a second. Let me. That is so weird. Okay, let me do this. So I'm gonna share my screen. Wait. Do you hear it now? You don't. Okay.
Or if you want to just jump off with what it's about, we could just.
Oh no, because this is shit.
Is but the one base that always holds me down.
That's it.
How dare
Okay,
you?
we hear it now.
And at that moment, I said, never
Okay,
again
so
will
let me
I do
start it
that.
over.
That's good.
So now it's a thing where when we wake up in the morning, or even before we open my eyes, thank God.
Okay, here we go. We hear it, right?
Yep.
Val had said to me
Okay.
one morning, he was like, and this is when it clicked to me, right? He was like, when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you think about? I said, well, open my eyes, thank God for another day. And then I'm like, all right, well, what do I got to do for the day? The kids have this, that, and the third. I got to do this, that, and the third, work, everything else in between, all my errands I have to run. Why? And he was like, so where do I fall in the list of things that you think of?
Mhm. I said that to her.
And I was like,
New Year's
oh.
Eve, 2020.
I was like, and that was like a gut punch to me because I was like, wow, I'm really out here covering all these bases, but the one base that always holds me down.
Mhm.
How dare me? And at that moment, I said, never again will I do that.
That's good.
So now it's a thing where when we wake up in the morning or even before we go to bed at night, we'll have a little recap of the day. What do you have going on tomorrow? You wake up in the morning, babe, how you feeling? How's your spirit? How what do you need help with today? What can I take off your plate to alleviate a little bit of stress or a little bit of confusion or something? And it could be something so simple. He's just like, yo, I'm gonna be on the road all day. Can you pack me lunch? Like something simple.
Yeah.
And then by me taking the time to
Okay, guys. How we feeling about this? How? Because I'll go last. How we feeling about that?
I feel like that level of
Oh wait. I didn't say. I didn't mess up. Hold on. Okay, go ahead. I
that
didn't close
level
it out.
of respect, because that's what it is, a respect for the other person's feelings. I feel like that has to be earned. I'm not just giving that out. Um, because it's a lot going on in the world right now. So if I'm gonna share my space and take the attention off of my needs and my wants for a second and tend to the other person and say what can I do to brighten your day, or is there anything I could do to make your day better. I got to be getting that same energy back from you. um,
I
I'm not. I can't pour into somebody else that's not pouring into me. So it can't be one sided. I would love to be able to wake up and say, hey babe, what do you need from me today? You need help with this, you need help with that. But that energy got to be exchanged between the two
So
of us.
it's weird because the last of that video does not play, right? The last of that particular video, guys, because that's what we're talking about tonight. Can we be submissive enough to be her? Be the woman that's like, hey, babe, what is it that you need, right? The
Mhm.
last part of that video, it states she said that I need to do this for him. So
Mhm.
not only is he feeling like I'm there for him, but it's also reciprocated.
Mhm.
right, and that's
She
where I
said
am,
that in the last part of the
and,
video.
and and that's where I was at when you said that it has to be earned. You earn it by the title of husband or wife. So
Really?
yeah, that's in a good marriage, in a marriage where
Good marriage. Good
you
marriage.
properly take care of each other's needs. Because the difference is, like she said, it goes both ways. Because at the same time, hey baby, where do you fit in? Because he already showed where he fit in because he asked her. Listening to that, from what I understand and from listening to a lot of their interactions, he's constantly being attentive to her needs, as well as he appreciates her taking care of his needs as well. And when she said it has to be earned, I think me marrying you and sharing my word with you, our space or whatever, is what I did to earn it. Now, what I do to keep it is to make sure I don't waver from that I don't forget you, uh, forget like little things about, hey, baby, I know you got this going on. What can I do to help out? I'm off. I'm not just sitting on the couch. And I think we as people forget that sometimes because, like you said, the world is there, but you have to not, because when the world falls, that person is there with you.
That is yeah. So I followed this particular couple for a long time, and I don't want it to get off into just them, right? Because this particular couple, like I said, I followed them for a very long time, and they have a different dynamic because he is a movie person, he does TV shows, this, that, and the third. They've got kids, but with the same token, the love and respect that they have for each other is what I want to kind of dive into. And I want to kind of dive into submissiveness, because for me, and you guys can absolutely disagree or agree, for me that was a submissiveness of it, right? The submissive of, you know what? Yeah, I wake up every day and I'm like, yeah, the kids gotta go and the kids gotta do and I need to do and da 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 da. And then my husband is like, wait a minute, but what about me? Right? Where I fall in with the kids and the you and the car and the house, but I'm hey, how you doing? I'm here. So with that, with just that little piece, forget is the vow and Kadeem. What are we doing with that portion of it, with those that want to date and want to be married, and what are we doing with that portion of it? Well, what about me? Are we okay with what about me? Or are we saying absolutely not? I got kids. I got this. I got.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but here's one thing that I find out is that sometimes people, you said in the dating, now we're talking about within dating.
Absolutely.
Sometimes a lot of women as well as men, we date somebody who is not as outgoing as you are.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we accept that. Okay, well, they're not outgoing. Sometimes I got to pull stuff. He's not as really outgoing. That'll right there be a hamper on your relationship, because if you're always the one, that's going to get exhausting after a while. If you're always trying to be the one to initiate, and it goes out of submission, that's just being considerate of the person that you're with. I'm talking to a couple friends of mine now. They're having the same problem. Well, he doesn't talk or she doesn't talk. Well, you knew that when you start dating them. Mm-hmm. So,
ooh, that's deep.
I'm just being real.
That's deep, Will.
Or you knew the guy you was dating wasn't crap from the beginning. You ain't gonna get him to change. And people think they can change folks and make them into what they want them to be.
And we talked about this last week, Makita, where people make up in their minds who they want this person to be instead of actually seeing that person for who they really are and dating them at that level. So if that person is quiet, if that person might not be as attentive as you are, that's who they are. They're not going to change, and you can't change them.
So, but should it be dating them at that where they are, or feeling the need for they are? Because if you know they're not going to talk, but the sex is amazing, guess what? You are my Tuesday boo.
Oh my good! I'm so glad you brought that.
And you are my Tuesday boo. So and when I need a hug, you will sometimes shut the hell up and hug me. You ain't gonna say much. You will shut. I myself, I am very attentive to whoever I'm dating. The woman, she knows that I'm caring about her. But there's been some women that I am not really feeling, that I don't communicate as much with, and they're like, well, all right, well, I'm just so used to, yeah, I'm not feeling you. The need for you is there, but the need is for the type of relationship I want. And it's not that it's just there. It's just, I know the qualities in her, and she's not somebody who I envision myself being with longer to submit those qualities
that's
to.
That's a whole nother, ooh, baby. Oh my gosh. That in itself is just so, that's a little bit deeper, right? Because surface,
it's just being realistic.
Surface level of this is, we're dating, we're together, right? And you are you're kind of needing a little bit more from me than I'm giving, right? Because that's what the whole video was. Hey, I wake up every morning, I'm thinking about what I need to do, and I'm not thinking about what my significant other needs to do, because we're not talking about marriage in the aspect of everybody needs to be married and this is no. In that video, because again, this is DeVal and Kadeen, they've been married for a long time, this, that, and the third. We're talking about in the aspects of we're together. Are you my thought, right? When I have work, we got the kids and we got this, that, and the third. Okay, so fine. So maybe you're not my first thought. However, I think that you need to start to be my priority, because I've decided somewhere along the lines that you are my person, right? So that's that aspect of it. And then we got the other aspect.
But is that to meet you where you are type of person? Because we have a lot of fair relationships because we try to make somebody fit our mode of what we think.
Yeah,
he's not gonna rub your feet. Guess what? He ain't that.
But that goes into what I'm about to say, because I think that we got the my person, right? We got my person, right? And we're gonna do whatever it takes to make sure that person is okay, because that's my person. Mm-hmm. And then we've got we're dating, we cool. Do I do this for the person that I'm dating and we're just cool and we just having fun and not necessarily my person, but we're dating, we're kicking it, we're having fun. Do we do that for that person? Like, are we
I feel like
prioritizing?
If that person is giving me that energy, then hell yeah, I'm gonna give it back.
Yeah.
Like, but if it's just, oh, we go out, we kick it, and we go our separate ways, and it's more of like, oh, we like each other, but it's more I'm getting friend vibes, then no, I'm not gonna go out my way for that. But if you being attentive to me and you asking me, hey, how was your day? Do you need anything? If I text you or call you and say, hey, I'm not feeling good today, I'm sick, and you, okay, you need to go to the store, you need to do, like, yeah, if you giving me that energy back, then absolutely, with no problem. I don't have an issue with returning that. But if I
just experienced that, y'all.
But what if they're not giving you that energy, but at the same time, okay, I'll be honest, I put myself in situations where I knew, okay, well, she don't talk much, she don't want to get out, she don't want to do anything, and I know she's not affected, but I really, really do. I'm in love with this person, but she's.
How did you fall in love with somebody that's not?
No, beyond my last relationship, I loved her to death, but she wasn't as outgoing. Like, I couldn't get her to rub my back, even sometimes kissing. It was a peck. I was like, all right, but you couldn't tell me nothing about her. It was because she was the definition of a woman on every other quality was there. Okay. It's just that, but then after deep dive and finding out the issues, there were some other issues there that I couldn't get through. She has to work through them. I can support you, and she could never give me everything, but every other box, she was ultimate when it came to being a supporter, being there. The sex and everything was amazing. The amount of attention was there, but sometimes I require a little bit more affection. Like how do I fit in your day? You tell me, but at the same time, I don't feel it sometimes, but I know you're there. It's like you support me on every other front, but sometimes I want you, baby. Hey, come on, rub my head, rub my back. Hey, walk up. I'll do that. I'll walk up, grab your hips. I'm going to let you know my day. Well, babe, I got this going on. What do you need from me? That comes in with the respect issue. But if you know that that's not them, every bit of it, then you have to fall back and understand what you have. And I think everybody's guilty of that.
I think that also goes into people's love languages too. You got to know your person's love language, because what works for you don't work for that.
Don't work for everybody.
And you can be buying gifts and taking trips and all this other stuff with this person, And that might not be them. They might just need words of like affirmation, or they might just need a hug. Like,
Yeah.
so I definitely think you have to learn your person's love language and what their likes and dislikes is.
And your love language doesn't necessarily mean my love language, right? If your love language is time spent, but my love language is words of affirmations, those two don't. I'm not saying that your love language is wrong. I'm just simply saying that I need more. I need a different type of love language. And that goes back to the video. His love language is, baby, I need acts of service, because that's what that sounds like, right?
Acts of service and affirmation, because he still wanted her to acknowledge
Absolutely.
him.
Right.
I think that his love language is acts of service, fixing me a lunch because I'm gonna be on set all day, right? And the fact that you want words of affirmations because you want to know that you're loved, right? So in that video, I think that their love language is a little bit off right then, because I do think love languages can change over time or over seasons, right?
Because you grow and develop as a person all the time.
Absolutely.
You may have somebody who can bring out a different language in you, love language in you. Somebody else may teach you to love yourself better. Like, I could never love you the way you want to be loved. I can love you on the way I've been brought up, or by our interactions. Now, I may have a breakthrough in something that you may have never had. The way I touch you, the way I just walk behind you and talk to swallow and brush my hand across the small of your back. Those may be things that you may have missed, and you may not have realized. Okay, I'm really into certain things. I'm really not into this. Like you said, buying trips this way. I've never been one for doing a lot of that, because sometimes you waste money on the wrong people.
I agree.
And then you realize, I took somebody on a trip, and first of all, I couldn't stand.
They don't even like me. Say it again, Keisha. They don't even like me.
I couldn't even stand. Her feet was stinking. I'm like, it's like what? Keep her shoes on the whole damn time. All those different things where you just like, okay, even dating someone. I know a lot of guys speak about, well, she was a smoker. Well, guess what? She was a smoker when you met her.
When you met her,
right?
So, do y'all think that, outside of the video, right? Do you think that you could be one person when you meet that person, because you are you, right? So, say for instance, like me, I've been single for a very long time, so I'm kind of stuck in those ways. I'm willing to change. I'm willing to see different ways. So that's different from me, but I've been single for a very long time. So do you think that people can kind of mold to what other people want, or what the mate wants? Do you think people can kind of mold to that?
Yeah, like I can speak for myself. When I first met my husband, I was younger. I didn't think nobody was gonna marry me because I was rough. Like, it was, Keisha was fighting a lot. And when I met him, he completely softens me up.
Okay.
And I learned how to communicate better. I learned how to say, okay, this is bothering me, instead of just lashing out. I learned that in the course of being married to him, to sit down and say, okay, this is bothering me, or I don't like this, or just because you like this don't mean I like this.
Yeah.
So I definitely, actually, both of us conform to each other over the years. But even in some of the relationships after him, I've conformed to them depending on how long we were together. So I definitely think if you're comfortable with that person and you can see, like, okay, there might be some potential to this, then yeah, you'll start to, kind of conform to that person's likes and dislikes. And, like I said, if I want you to be my person and I can see a future in this, me personally, I don't mind conforming within limits. I'm not going to be.
But is it conforming, or is it conforming, or people bring out the best in you? Sometimes you may experience different types of experiences with people, because if I meet you, I take it like each and every person I meet either impacts my life in a very positive way and they help me grow better as a person every single day, or you're you show me that the type of person you are proves to me that we can never be anything more than distant friends or distant or just people in passing. And if anything, I want anybody to learn from me is tell me what positive impact I've had in your life, even with relationships. If you get to a level with somebody and you make it, we date, and it just might not be our time.
Mm-hmm.
But when I left or when we broken up, what lasting impact that made you better or got you to experience yourself more in a positive way? And I just with everything, sometimes you may not be with the right person at this particular right
Yeah.
time, but that time may be 5 years down the road. But what you guys experienced helped you develop to be somebody better.
So, do you believe in meeting the wrong person at the right time, or vice versa? I can't hear you well.
Yes, I do. I'm sorry, my son walking around here. So yes, I do. I believe there are times that sometimes that you may have met the right person, but you were at an immature state,
Mm-hmm.
or they had so much going on that right now they weren't the best person for you at that particular time.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to accept that, but at the same time, take the experience and continue to grow and develop.
Okay. Yeah. Um, and Makita has some technical issues. She'll be right back with us. But yeah, I totally believe that you can meet the right person at the wrong time. And I definitely think if things are meant to be,
Yes.
then it'll come full circle in the time
Right.
that it's supposed to um come into. But I definitely believe it's well, I don't know, maybe I'm using the wrong word like
Well,
complete.
no, I believe what you're saying. You're saying everything correct, but the difference is what that's even with some friendships. Sometimes you may meet somebody, and just at that particular time, it's in the midst of turmoil on their life or your life, or a situation that was beyond either one of your control. You have to take it for what it's worth. Just stay fast and be the person you are, and it'll grow and develop.
Yeah, I've actually experienced that with different friendships where I can actually think of one person in particular. A few years ago, we were really close. We were hanging out all the time, and um, it just I don't want to say toxic, but she just had a lot going on, and it just she was wilding. And me, I was more in the healing stage and like, trying to get my life together. So we end up separating.
Now,
Like
my
it wasn't
question:
working.
how did you handle that? Did
Uh,
you just up and leave, or did you have a conversation? Because see, now it becomes another issue. People got a habit of just walking away
mhm,
without sometimes closing or
mhm.
providing some closure.
Well, I know in my case, it escalated to an argument. Um, and and once we were able to come back like months later, because it was like we couldn't even talk to each other without almost coming to blows. So I'm just like, okay. So a month later, we sat down. It was like, we just was in two totally different places, and maybe just being friends just won't work. And we both apologized to each other, and was like, we wish each other well. Fast forward, probably like a year ago, we end up reconnecting or whatever. She's in a totally different mindset.
Mm.
And she ended up coming. She was like, "Man, everything you told me, and like, yeah, I was messed up back then, and I was good to nobody. So now that she's in a better place, now we've actually came back, and we talk here and there, but totally different person, So at that time, I think we were toxic to each other, and
Man,
she
that's
needed
huge.
to grow, and I needed to still do some more growing, and then we came back years later, and now we can be friends.
That's
Yeah,
huge.
yeah, I can see that because
That's huge.
I think because me, I try not to leave anybody guessing. I try to be as transparent with people as possible. Well, listen, I didn't think what you did. It upset me, and either we're going to learn to get past it, or we're going to learn that we have to be apart from each other. Just because we're apart doesn't mean that I hate you or whatever. I'm not going to defame you. It's just the fact of the matter is the respect at that particular time wasn't there the way it should have been. So we have to separate for a moment. We'll grow and develop. You ain't got to say, I'll see you in the future. If it's meant to be, it'll be like you said.
Mhm.
Listen, guys, my internet connection went out and I'm back now. I'm back. Look, I want to kind of steer this a different way, right? Because we often talk about friendships and relationships and stuff like that. But the second segment of this conversation, because we started off with the do we submit conversation, I want to talk about intimacy.
Mhm.
Y'all ready for that?
Mhm.
I want to talk about real intimacy. And I want to start that conversation because we only have a few more minutes. I want to start that conversation with what do you feel like intimacy is?
I
Guys,
think-
because what we're going to do from here on out is talk about different subjects, right? We're going to give a little subject and then we're going to talk about different subjects. So the next subject is intimacy. How does that make you feel, or what does that mean to you? And I'm going to start with Willard, only because, you know, Keisha here all the time, y'all. Keisha going to be here next week. No, 2 weeks, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Willard, what do you feel about intimacy? What does that mean to you?
Intimacy starts from touch, from just like your affirmation, acknowledging little things, looking at me. I'm a big proponent of, speaking, you're beautiful, that's my way of being intimate with you. Me acknowledging your presence when you're around, or when you're not around me. Hey, babe, I was thinking about you. Thought I'd just give you a call.
Baby, I love them texts. Okay.
And I'm a big proponent. Like I said, I'll travel to this. I'm in Indiana. I'll travel to the south side of Chicago to get a hug and a kiss and to tap on the butt. That lets me know that you're still allowing me to be in your space and to cover you and be that man who you think about within your thoughts.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I love that.
I love the hug and kiss.
Love that
and touch.
I love that. Keisha, what does intimacy mean to you? Tell us.
Pass the wheel.
Can we pass the collection paper?
Oh, so intimacy is definitely not sex, and I think a lot of people, especially in my age group, don't even know what intimacy is. They think it's sex, and it's not. I definitely gotta agree with Will. It's definitely just simple things like touching, just we laying down watching TV, and you might be rubbing your hands through my locks, like just talking to me, just affirmations, you're beautiful, I just going as far as saying, I want you, and just little stuff like that.
So do you give those affirmations back
Yeah.
to him? Like,
good question. Good question.
Give them to me, then I'm gonna give them back to you.
But what do you say to him? Like, because they always say, right, for the most part, right, we're in a perfect world. Perfect world. He's saying you're beautiful. I love you. You're amazing. You're this. You're that. So what do you say to him? Because for me, I'm gonna say you're handsome.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way you touch me in the morning, or I love the way that you make sure, because most of the time, and not all the time, so please take it at face value. Most of the time the men provide, right? So they are making sure your car is gassed up. They're making sure the car is clean, right? Because I'm horrible with my truck. That I digress, because my truck is horrible. Okay.
Taking the trash out.
They're taking the trash out. They're doing
the car.
Those things. So are we rubbing the head and saying, baby, thank you for, taking my truck to get it washed. Baby, thank you for, cleaning out the truck.
Thank you for being there to fix it. Because you went in there and you fixed that sink.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for being Mr. Fix-It.
But now, does that is a also somewhat of a spiritual connection with somebody, because you have to be in tune with them, mentally, physically, and everything else to be able to get that. Because
Yeah.
I think I shared with you, Makita, before, that I realized how I was with somebody when just listening to her. I'll be honest with you, I'm getting nasty. Listen to her piss turned me on. I was like, damn, everything about her, like.
Yeah.
Like everything about that, like, oh my God. And then telling them that turned me on, because everything about this person puts you in that space, like, oh my Jesus.
Okay.
So
All right.
look, so Will and I have had conversations, right? And my intimacy level, because I didn't answer the question, my intimacy level is so deep, and it's weird to everybody else, but
It's weird. It's weird.
so you have that person, right? You have that person, and I have a person. I have an amazing person, but we're not sexual. We do not engage in intimate. We do not engage in intercourse, but we can lay naked next to each other. We can talk. We can shower together. All of those things, and we're not intimate. And we're not, and it's not because there's no attraction, because there's definitely an attraction, but our intimacy level is a little bit different than most people, right? So Will and I were talking the other day, just kind of regular talking, just talking, and I was sharing with him how my intimacy level is completely different than most people. Again, not Will, because Will is just my friend, but I have a person, and we can lay, and I can go to sleep, because they say babies love skin to skin. I guess I'm a baby, because I love that skin to skin touch. Like, for me, intimacy is touch. I need that touch. I need that skin to skin type thing. That's just me. I need to hear your heartbeat. I have issues with sleeping when I'm stressed out or some things are happening. I don't sleep well. So I can call my person, they come over, and we literally, there's no sexual, what most people call sexual, there's none of that. There's no intercourse, there's none of that. But it's for me, it's just skin to skin. It's hearing your heartbeat, and then I can go to sleep. And for me, that's huge, and that's intimacy for me. That's truly intimacy for me. If you can get to my brain, if you can get to my heart, if you can get to my thought pattern, you've reached me. By the time you get in my pants, baby, you reached all the other senses, right?
I definitely feel like I've experienced intimacy before, and it scared me.
Yes,
like, it scared the crap out of me. Like, nope, I'm not doing that.
Why did it scare you?
Because I guess I always thought of intimacy being sex.
Yes,
like I said, it's not.
It's so not.
Experienced it, I was like, wait, so you just want to lay here and just, rub my hair? You just want to talk to me all sweet and nice?
You just want to talk.
You just want to see how my day went? And I'm just like, I don't like this, because it's making me feel mushy. And so I don't like this. I need to go
So
home.
you just wanted to hear him breathe. You just wanted to hear him breathe sitting with his ear.
And it scared the crap out of me. And I'm just like,
listen, I live for those
this.
days, okay? I love, if you can get to me intimately, the sex will come. But I need you to get intimate with me, because anybody can have sex. Anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, sex is a dime a dozen. Like, for real, y'all. Admit that sex is easy. Sex is super easy. Let's take our clothes off. Let's get it, right? sex is easy, but how many times have you been intimate?
Rare. It's very rare.
Like, how many times have you been actually
Mhm.
intimate with somebody that you wanted to hear about their day? You wanted to cuddle up with them. You wanted to um, love on them in a different way other than hit it, right?
I think my last relationship, I was that way. I was like I said, it was everything about it. It just watching you walk, listening to you talk, and then another thing turn off. Hey, why don't you put my shirt on? Just to add
Turn
to it.
on.
Yeah, other things turn on, and then giving suggestions. Because if you listen to them and watch them, they see that you're in tune with them, and that you have the intimate connection. Then they try to do what else can I do, or add little
Yeah.
things. Put on my shirt. That turns me on. Put my shirt on. That's it.
Like,
Those little things. You ain't even got to touch it. I just love coming in and seeing you wearing my shirt, my
the
button-up shirt. I
shirt,
just love seeing
the
it.
hoodie.
No, the
It,
hell with a hoodie. I want a button-up shirt. I can unbutton it and button it back up.
See, you trying to be, he want to see him naked. Get naked and put the shirt. See, but I'm with him, right? I am so with him because intimacy for me is so different from just your everyday let's get it type
It's
thing.
up here. It gets up here.
It's, man, if you can get up here, you got me. The clothes will fall if you continue to be intimate with me.
Yeah.
Like the clothes, that's, come on, man. Like anybody can have sex, but
Mhm.
can you be intimate? Can
I
you
think a lot of people don't know how to be intimate nowadays.
you think that?
A lot of people do not know how to be intimate,
Mm.
or they're like me and it scares them because they maybe never experienced it, or it might take them to a different place up here or in here, and it might cause them to feel certain feelings that they not used to feeling, or just getting in touch with other emotions that they blocked off. So I think a lot of people are afraid of intimacy.
What did that feel like? Like the intimacy at the very first hit, you was like, "What?
I,
What is this?"
I wanted to just like I don't want to
They
say
take your breath
cry. I'm
away.
gonna use the word weep. I'm gonna use the word weep. I felt like I really wanted to weep. Like
Yep, she
oh
was
my
there. She was
God.
there. You said
She
I wanted to
was
weep. Yep, yes, you were there.
I was like, oh my God. Like I felt like a weight was just lifted off of me.
yeah.
Like I felt completely comfortable. I just I don't know, I felt relaxed, like, and I just was like, I don't like this. I'm gonna go home because
She said,
you
"I
asking
don't
to
like this."
do this to me. Like, yeah, you're not about to do this
How
to me.
long did it take you to get used to it or to accept it?
Uh,
Used to it and accepted are two different things. Getting used to it after you've accepted it and just realizing that this person is authentic in their approach and
Yeah.
how they want you.
mhm.
And then accepting it is like living in
And
them.
I fought
Like
it. I fought it. I was like, no, you up to some funny business. I don't know what this is. Like,
I asked that
you,
now. I asked that question because I had a young lady, a friend of mine. Well, a friend of mine, his girlfriend. He had passed away, and so she was trying to tell me, explain him to her.
mhm,
I knew who he was, but I never knew him intimately because that was my boy. She knew
yeah.
him, and just her telling how she missed that and just certain things. I was like, wow, I'm listening to her. And I'm saying to myself, I realized that me and my friend was so much more alike. And then she says, well, and then she told me, she said, well, he told me about something that you told him, and we tried it. And it's just like that just made me fall deeper for him because he showed me consideration for me as a whole. It wasn't just what was between my legs or what was on my chest. He showed from the top, from the bottom of my feet, like, hey, baby, I'm clipping my toenails. Hey, babe. He's sitting there filing her nails. And she said that just turned me on because he was attentive to me. Hey, baby, you have a spot. She said, I had a zit on my face. And he was like, okay. She said, well, I'm trying to bust. He's like, no, babe, I got it. Just like little things like that. They're weird, but it's a turn on because you're showing a level of excitement for the person, the personal space of somebody who just makes you endure or just want to be around them more and more. And you cherish
Yeah.
and honor that moment of being in front of them.
mhm,
Yeah. I
mhm.
can definitely see that because for me, outside of intimacy, there's that submission part. There's so many parts of me with this whole relationship thing. um I absolutely cannot wait until the relationship thing happens for me, because I want the intimacy. I want the not the unknown, and a lot of people don't want the unknown, but I kind of want that. I want the unknown. I want the, being there for me, being there for him. Like I want that. I want the
I'll
intimacy.
change up now. I'm not interested anymore. I'll be honest with you. Right now, I'm just kind of closed off from it.
Wow.
I am. I'm just kind of closed off from it. I'm just going to focus on being a father.
Yeah.
And that's what my focus is. I think, and that's where we still have issues. Is like, wasn't traumatized. I was left empty after the situation. And I just, right now, I don't want to hurt anyone, because right now, and I don't want to, I've had plenty of opportunities. And I think the interesting thing to me, I've had more of my female friends tell me to get up under another woman. I don't want to get up under another woman, because then I'm going to hurt her, because I put great pride into when I unzip my pants. I know I'm gonna give you equality from that standpoint, and you might think it's something else, but it's just what it was. It was sex. So I don't want to put somebody else in the space and make them feel or give them false hope, when right now my headspace isn't there. I'm focused on my career and my children. Well, my children and my career, and then getting myself right on other fronts with other things I have going on. It's not that I'm hurt. I just want to. It's just right now. That's not where my attention is. Now,
and you know what? As long as you're honest with somebody, I think that's okay.
A lot of people are not honest. A lot of people putting on these facades like, "Oh, I want to get in a relationship," and then when you in it, it's when you see it going that way, it just now the tables unturned.
Now the table, exactly. So I think the fact that you can say that you're not ready is absolutely amazing. Because there are some people out here that's like, I'm ready, and then you get this quote on this fictitious relationship with them, and they're like, well,
and you've now bruised somebody, because some people are so vulnerable. Even young lady recently asked me, she wanted to kiss me. We had gotten close because of the situation we were in. I told you about other things I was doing, and she felt the need, like, oh, shake hands. Very attractive, but at the same time, I didn't want to hug. I didn't want to shake hands, because I don't want you to give false hope. And then I come to realize that you were admired by me on certain things, and all I was being my authentic self.
Yeah.
And the first thing she said, well, you just sound like then we knew mutual people. She's like, yeah, my girl said you and her dated a long time, and she was like, you were a really good guy. She just didn't understand. She said she wasn't ready. Okay, yeah.
But
she wasn't, but I wasn't ready either. At that time, I was playing like she was playing. But as you grow and develop now, now I'm not interested, like we talked about at a certain time, and it's that way. I'm just focused on being a dad. I'm gonna be honest with you, because even with some of the prospects you see in some of the women, that turns me off.
But with the same token, the great thing is that you're saying that.
Yeah,
that's an absolute great thing. Keisha, you can chime in, because I feel like so many people, not men, not women, people, they know that they're not ready. They know that they don't want to be in this relationship. They know that they're not wanting to take it to the next level, but they like, oh yeah, we can, we're great. We're just
But no. I don't think it's not ready. I'm just not interested.
That's my point. Like, the fact that you know that you're not interested, the fact that you're saying that you're not interested, forget that you know. The fact that you're saying out of your mouth, I'm not interested in that.
And you're not leading people on.
Right. Yes.
You lean over here to get a kiss. Guess what? It's gonna be a kiss, nothing more. You know, you lay in my
This
bed.
kiss
Guess
is
what?
not going to lead to a relationship. Okay,
You
ma'am?
get in my bed. Guess what's gonna happen? Not a relationship.
It
So
is not, and
enter
you know
at your
what?
own
That makes
will.
a difference.
You
That
don't-
makes a huge difference. There are so many people that are just like, yeah, we can do it. We you know,
But see, that's why I don't even create that space for myself. I don't put myself in those situations because
my biggest thing in life, and Keisha, you can chime in with this as well, but my biggest thing in life is do not take my choice away from me.
Tell
Tell me what it
up
is.
and then give me the opportunity.
Give me the
to choose.
opportunity to
So
say
if you-
yes.
So if you tell me I don't want a relationship, but we gonna wham bam do this, and I'm gonna be a dummy and still do it anyway, and then get my feelings hurt, then that was on me because you told me up front.
yeah, because like the young lady,
Tell me up front, and then we can deal with the rest after that, right?
the young
Because
lady
if you
reached up to
told
try to
me,
kiss.
then I can only go by what you told me. But
Young
don't
lady-
wait until we're in it,
Mhm.
and then it's like, oh, but I never wanted.
I done fell in love, and now
Right.
you talking
And
about
because at that point I feel like you've taken my decision away.
Yeah.
From
Yeah, the young lady was like, "Well, you're always so professional." Yes, I am. You know,
yeah.
oh, give me a
So
hug.
do you feel like
Shake my hand.
you being honest with people doesn't take their decision or doesn't take their decision making away from them?
Well, you can be as honest as you want to. Some people are still going to try to bump their own head.
Mhm.
No,
They feel like you
and
can-
that's absolutely true. But what I'm saying is, do you feel like, right? Do you feel like being honest up front is the way that you keep confusion down? Like, hey,
Yeah,
I ain't on
you can
that.
be as honest as you want to. It's just still people are going to interpret. So that's why I say I don't put myself in situations anymore.
And you're gonna
Because
you're gonna hear whatever it is you want.
right, because I've tried that. Whereas I was just playing, and I let it be known. Well, we just doing this, or they set the scope of what it was we were doing. Then later on, they're like, "Oh, we go together." When did that happen? Well, you just in my,
Let me tell y'all
you
something.
were just in my bed last night.
There are no
What?
okay. So I'm 45. Will is older. And Keisha is the baby, right? Ain't no we oops and fell on the penis or oops we fell in the cuckoo. Ain't listen.
This was a
Be
conscious-
honest. Let it
We
know.
are absolutely not doing that.
Mhm.
And we are going to be honest with what happened, right? We're adults. We are adults.
Mhm.
And if that happens, be adult enough to walk away or talk about, have communication to talk about, hey, this is what happened. Where are we in this situation?
But-
if he says or if she says, because baby, this goes both ways nowadays. If he or she says, hey, I'm not into that, that's not what I want to do, accept that and move on.
But that's
Accept
still gonna
that
be
and
hard for
move
some
on.
people. Some people still just want to hear, just like I said before. Hey, well, what we just do last night? I had a good time. What did we do? Well, just what are we doing? I told you I'm not seeing somebody. Well, guess what? I only wanted to give you some white milky stuff, and I wanted to move on about my business. I'm just gonna be honest, and I had.
That's what I'm saying.
But then I had to be
like,
ignorant because you did not understand my explanations being polite to you because you only accept that. And when I got ignorant is when she understood because, oh, so now you're gonna act like them. No, you want me to act like them because when I came to you being considerate of you, I didn't want this. This is what you wanted. You pursued me. This is what we did. You asked, can we go this route? And I made it clear to you, I'm not trying to be in a relationship. You know, my intentions are what it was. You know, that was many, many years ago. So, like I said, that's why I don't put myself in that space anymore because people don't have it. And then as we get older, more people, regardless of that, still in their mindset, you can tell people, hey, there's a blue car outside. Some folks are going to still see a pink car sitting outside.
a pink card. You are listen, guys. What's your last words, Keisha? Because we got to get out of here, guys. We got to get out of here. Tune in next week because we're gonna be not next week, but the second week in April. Because is this the second week or the fourth week?
The fourth week. No. So we're off next week and we're back the next week after that. So
okay, so fourth week in March. Tune back in. We'll be back. 2 weeks from today, we'll be back. 2 weeks from today, we'll be back. We're here second and fourth Thursday of the month. Y'all know I get confused. Quit playing. Y'all know I get confused.
Call somebody with a lot to do.
We'll be back in 2 weeks. I thank goodness for my host because she keeps up with all of this. I'll be like, what? Where are we coming? So 2 weeks from today, we will be back here. And listen, tune in. But Keisha, what you want to tell the people to get? Because we gotta go, y'all. So what you want to
tell Will? Thank you for joining us tonight. That was thank you for being honest and transparent. It was good to have a male perspective on this. So.
Yes.
Hopefully you can come back and join us for another conversation.
Yay! We were not in studio tonight, guys, because we wanted to show the video. It's supposed to be a snowstorm in Chicago. I don't know if y'all heard, but it's just. Can we bring back flip flop weather? I need some flip flops.
I'm tired of going through all the seasons in
one week. In 1 week.
I don't know what y'all talking about. I love this weather. I just don't like it when it's cold as hell. There's a lot of snow to slush through. I like to go all through all seasons throughout the years. I don't want it real hot as hell. I don't want it real cold as hell. I want to be able to have in moderation. All right, summer, get the hell out of here. Spring, come on in here. Come on in here. Fall, I catch you when you come back around. But
hey, that's why he the moderator, y'all. Because ain't nobody trying to. I need some flip flops. Okay, flip flop. Okay, I digress, guys. Will, tell us your last words. He will be back, guys, but tonight
I just want to say thank you all for joining. I thrive on feedback. Give us some feedback on what do you think. Do you think you want us to go dive deeper into conversations, or send us a topic you would like for us to bring up? It can be something personal to you, but at the same time, please let us send your topics. Send it to I'm sure she'll give you exactly where to send it to, the Art of Transparency. But no topic is too big or too small. What'd you say?
I said we talk about everything.
We talk about everything. Right. You ain't gonna talk about your mama or your daddy. So bring it on to us. We're here. Like I said, I enjoy open dialogue. I can only be honest and real. I've been through a lot. I put people through a lot, as well as it's all about my growth and my healing. I'm not here as a bitter person. Neither one of us are. It's just people showing how we have healed and how we have grown and developed as men and women. So we invite you to come back in 2 weeks. Don't know the date. 2 weeks. All right.
2 weeks, guys. Thank you so much, Will. As always, it's always a pleasure with my co-host Keisha. Y'all, get into it. Okay. Get into it.
Invite your friends.
Invite your friends. We talked about kind of like a submissive type of situation. We talked about intimacy. We talked about being honest. Be honest. Okay, I digress. We talked about
personal growth
of things tonight. So I want you guys to tune in next week or 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks. Thursday, second and fourth Thursday of the month. Every month we are here, right here on Facebook and YouTube. We are here. So guys, thank you so much again for tuning in. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the conversation. We want more of that. We need more of that. What are your questions? What are your comments? What are your concerns? We want to hear about it. We want to hear about it right here at the Art of Transparency Talk Show. Our email, because I know you want it. Our email is AOT at gmail.com. Y'all know I don't be knowing. Y'all know, listen, if it's not in my face, I don't know. AOT Talk Show at gmail.com. AOTTALKSHOW at gmail.com. AOTtalkshow.com. So you guys can send it there. You can send it in our inbox at the Art of Transparency Talk Show on Facebook. We also have a Art of Transparency Talk Show on Instagram. You can send it anywhere that you want to send it. I promise you, we will get it. So send your questions, send your comments, send your concerns. We are here for it all. And we will see you in 2 weeks. Two. So 4th week in March. We'll be just coming back from Memphis, guys. So the Art of Transparency tour will be just coming back from Memphis. So get your questions together because baby, we're gonna be tired. Okay. We are going to be tired. So, guys, thank you so much. Keisha, I want to thank you for always being my co-host. And Willard, thank you for being our moderator for tonight and any night that we contact you and ask you to come in. We are done for the night. Thank you so much. The Art of Transparency Talk Show. See you soon. Have a good night, everybody.